I am always going to thrift stores in order to find video games. But what games should I be on the lookout for? In this video, we are talking about 5 different games that I have found in the thrift stores that you should keep an eye out for when you go thrifting. Before we get into the actual games, I do want to say these are actually games that I have found in my thrift stores for $4, so you can too. You just have to be patient and consistent enough to be able to be there at the right time when those games are in the stores. Now enough about that, let's talk about the games. First off, I've got to start by saying Guitar Hero games, and I'm gonna go ahead and lump in the Guitar Hero guitars or Rock Band guitars in as well. Now these are things that you should definitely be looking at because I recently found Guitar Hero Smash Hits Complete, which is currently going for $30, and I only paid $4 for it. So when I go to the thrift stores, I always look for Guitar Hero games because some of them are worth quite a bit of money, and you just really have to know which games are worth the money and which games are worth passing on. Now the guitars themselves are always totally well worth it because usually I find them for around $5, and they could sell from between $25 to $45 to $50 to $65. They get really expensive. So if you see Guitar Hero guitars in your thrift stores, check it out, figure out what game it's for, and figure out if it's even worth your time. But for the most part, Guitar Hero games are at least worth at least double of what you're gonna pay at a thrift store. So definitely check that out. Look at the prices, figure out what they are going for currently, know beforehand so you don't have to use your phone and figure that out. But for me, whenever I find games like Smash Hits or Metallica or something like that, I always pick it up because I know I will definitely make my monies back, and it's always totally worth it. The next game has to be a game I find quite often at the thrift stores, maybe once a month or maybe once every 2 months. And that is Mario Kart Wii. Now there's a few reasons why this game is always on the shelves at thrift stores, and I always pick it up whenever I see it. First, the Wii is one of those systems that right now people are just willing to give their systems and their games away without even like looking up the price or anything like that, which usually leads to them being put in the thrift stores for a really cheap price, and it makes it well worth it. But Mario Kart Wii is a great game by itself, but everyone loves this game. It's a game that you have to have if you have a Wii, and I think that also is the driving factor for this game being worth what it is. Now currently, if you have it complete, it's worth around $22, and my Goodwills and thrift stores usually price games between $3 and $4. So anytime I see Mario Kart on the Wii, I always have to pick it up because it's always definitely well worth it, and it's a game that sells really well because people love to play it. So check out your thrift stores and see if you can find Mario Kart Wii. The next game to always be looking for is Star Wars Battlefront, either 1 or 2. Now when I say Star Wars Battlefront, I mean the Xbox original or the PlayStation 2 versions, because these are the versions that people are more likely to want to buy, and they're kind of the more sought after games. Now they're not worth as much now as they were in past, but these games are always awesome. They usually go between $15 and $18 to $20, and these are games that I just absolutely love to play. Not only do I love to buy them and see them in the shelves, I also love to play these games. They're absolutely amazing, and if you haven't played them yet, you definitely should. You need to add those to your collection and be playing those. But at the same time, if you see them in the thrift stores, pick them up because they're not worth a ton of money. They're not like $40 games, but you can pick it up for $4, sell it for $15 to $20, and be able to grow your game collection, which is what I am all about. So Battlefront is a game I'm always looking for. I love to find it. I wish it was worth more like it used to be, but I'm not complaining about that. I'm still happy with this game, and I still love it. So you should keep an eye out for this game because it's absolutely amazing and it will sell pretty quickly. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. If you are interested in supporting the channel, down below is some cool merch, as well as the membership button. If you click that membership button, you get access to my videos early, and there's a few other perks there as well, so check that out if you're interested. Enough about that, back to the video. Don't forget to always be on the lookout for Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. This falls into the category like Mario Kart Wii did, where a lot of people are giving away their Wiis. They don't think they're valuable, and there's some amazing games and people just pass on them and just give them away because they don't have the time to sell it or whatever the reasoning is. But Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort are awesome games, as well as actually kind of worth money. Now, if you find Wii Sports and you find it complete, that game's worth about $20 or so. But if you find Wii Sports Resort right now, it's going for about $25, maybe pushing to $28. So these are both games that are definitely well worth picking up, but they're also definitely worth selling if you're trying to grow your game collection. These two games are absolutely amazing, and I love to play them back here on my Wii on the CRT. But at the same time, these games are worth some money, and these sell so quickly. Like, I'm telling you, you can list it and sell it by the end of the day or within 2 or 3 days. Always is awesome to pick up and is always a great seller, so I always am looking for this game when I go into the thrift stores because it hits those boxes where it's a Wii game, which is marked down and pretty cheap, but it's also a sought after game, and there's a ton of them made, and so you gotta pick up Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort if you see them in the thrift stores. The last game we're going to talk about is one that I don't find at the thrift stores very often, but when I do, I am always super stoked to find it because it's worth quite a bit of money. And that game is NCAA Football 14. Why is this game worth so much money? Well, it's actually the very last NCAA football game that has been released. Now, there is one of those to be released soon, or so they say. But for right now, NCAA Football 14 is the latest revision of the series, and it is a very awesome game. So it came out on the PlayStation 3 as well as the Xbox 360, so be looking for it on those systems. And if you do end up finding this in the wild at the thrift stores, this game is worth about $65 complete to $70. Now, it used to be a lot more, like $100, $125, but the price has come down a lot since they did announce that new game is coming. But for now, it is what it is. Picking up a game for $4 and selling it for $70 is definitely well worth it in my book. So make sure you are keeping an eye out for this game because it's one of those games that will sell as quickly as you listed because people do want to play this game and pick it up. But at the same time, it is well worth the money. So there you go. Those are some games that I have found at the thrift store that you should always be on the lookout for. Now, there's a ton of other games, and if you've got other games, comment down below. But that's all I thought of that was well worth picking up that I find pretty frequently, and there's some really expensive games in that list as well. So I hope you like that. Comment down below and let me know what game you see the most at the thrift store. But with that being said, that's all I got. Peace.